Our TLU Athletics Salute to Seniors series, and we're joined today by TLU men's soccer senior and recent graduate, Cameron Towns. Cameron, how are you doing today, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, and I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. How's it feel to be a TLU alum?
It feels good. I'm glad I'm finally graduated.
Did it seem like the day would ever get here? And I know it's strange circumstances with everything. Did you get your diploma in the mail already?
Yes, I have.
And what was that like? Probably not the way you planned to ever receive that diploma.
Yeah, it wasn't, this is nothing I ever expected, so it felt weird getting it in the mail, but I'm glad I have it.
What was your TLU experience as a whole like? You made an immediate impact on the soccer field and soccer pitch, like I said, immediately. But what was your education like at TLU? What did that TLU? What does that degree mean to you right now?
The degree means everything to me. Whenever I was in high school, I never pictured myself, honestly, graduating or finishing in 4 years, and it's an accomplishment that I have always had, and I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to come to Texas Lutheran and get that degree in 4 years.
Now, refresh my memory. If I remember talking to you at some point, or maybe even it was talking to your high school friend Cullen Motzinger, who
hmm
went to TLU as well, and is a very good baseball player for us. You had not decided about TLU, or was it Cullen had not decided about TLU right till the last second, or were you both kind of
Yeah,
late decisions?
it was Cullen. I actually decided, I think, February
Mhm.
of 2016, and he was the last minute decision. So, but I'm glad he chose Texas Lutheran, and I know he's having a good career with the baseball team.
Yeah, you've both been all conference. Cullen was the Gold Glove winner as a center fielder, a very prestigious honor in the nation. And then you yourself have been all conference several years, and of course led TLU to the NCAA tournament this past season, the 2019 season. Let's talk about that season. We talked with your teammate Jose Torres Luna Jr. yesterday in a TLU Athletics Salute to Senior interview that'll be airing actually today on our social media sites and our Bulldog channels. And he talked about how you guys knew you were close the year
hmm
before. You lost in overtime to Trinity in the conference tournament uh, in a very close match that could have gone either way. And he said there was a real sense among you guys that this could really be your year. What was that sense like among the team, and did you talk about it a lot, or was it just kind of generally known?
Yeah, so coming in this past year, our goal was to get first or second in the regular season, so we could get that bye on that Friday, so we didn't have to play that day, so we could have extra rest, so we can go into Saturday freshly prepared and have the legs to do what we're capable of doing. And that whole season, our confidence level was so high. We just knew that this was the team and this was our time and that we had the best chance capable of coming out with the conference championship. And at the end, that's what we did.
You had some moments in early in your career, particularly the win over Trinity when they were ranked number one in the nation. That was your freshman year. Was that your freshman year you
Yes.
did that?
Mhm.
Yeah, your freshman year, you score what turns out to be the game winning goal against then number one ranked Trinity. What was that moment like, and how did that set you up for future success?
Was a freshman, so I didn't realize how big that game really was. But to the seniors and juniors of that year, that meant everything to them to beat Trinity for the first time in their career. It meant everything. The emotions were high, and it was just a crazy, crazy day that turned into something special. And it was a process that has led all the way up to this season that we just had.
It was senior day for a lot of those guys,
Mhm.
and I remember we have a picture of a lot of them on the ground and crying. It
Uh,
was such an emotional time for them.
hmm Very emotional. They've never had got to experience beating them before, and to do it on their senior day what made it even special. So I'm glad I got to be a part of that and contribute my part.
fast forward, well, talking about your career a little bit, you played a variety of positions. I mean, I would always look at the roster and go, well, we have Cameron listed as a defender, and he does play defender, but then you're all over the field. What did Coach Salazar and your coaches tell you about your role and when you would move forward? I mean, I'm assuming you played defender, midfield, forward. You seem to be everywhere, or were you just really defender forward? Describe to me what was going on there.
So when I came in freshman year, I was a defender. I played there my whole life, but I always had the tendency of like going up and down the whole games. And all of a sudden, Eddie told me one day that I'm going to put you up to midfield on the outside. And that stuck the whole rest of freshman year. Came back sophomore year, still played on the outside. That was my rough year. That was the year I didn't do as well. So then came back junior year, and he's like, I'm going to throw you back on the back line. And I was like, okay, like went with the flow. And then the whole pretty much year I played there until we picked up a lot of injuries that year. So then he was like, I'm going to put you in the spot I need you. One game you could be playing right back. Next game you could be playing left mid, then right mid, center mid, left back. Just you need to go with it. And then that's what led into senior year, going from position to position to position. So whatever Eddie needed me to play, that's where I was going to go. I just wanted to play. So, and if he needed me somewhere, then that's where I went.
We're going to look at, I'm going to share my screen here. We're going to look at some of the highlights from the 3-1 victory over Colorado College in the conference championship match this past season. So I'm going to hit share screen. And this is just a look at the 3 goals scored and then the celebration afterwards, about a minute clip. We're going to start with your goal, and this is a corner kick that gets loose near the top of the box. And can you see that, Cameron?
Yes.
You can see Cameron is wearing number 4 on the right side of the screen. What are you thinking of when this ball is getting ready to be delivered? What are some keys for you that you're trying to accomplish?
Well, if you notice, nobody's really guarding me, so I was hoping that maybe the ball would fall to me and then I would have a chance to put it in the net. And luckily, Lalo got a little flick on it and nobody was on me, so I was able to strike it into the top of the corner.
All right, we're going to hit play here. So that ball was sent by who? Who was that corner?
I think Jared took that one.
Yeah. So there's looks like Nick Medina is trying to get ahead on it. Mm-hmm. And then it glances off of Lalo and it comes right to you. So not much time to react. Mm-hmm. Actually, Luis is right there. Almost looks like it's going to go to Luis. And then it goes to you and there's nobody there. And what's up with this kick here? How would you describe this finish?
Honestly, probably the best strike I've ever had. Never really have a chance to do a volley, so it's not a common thing for me to do. So whenever I got that chance, I knew this was a chance that we had to take the lead, and it fell through for us.
So we're going to play it. Here it is in slow-mo. And we're going to play it at full speed.
The opening goal. The ball sent in off the head of Lopez Rivera. Cameron Towns actually. This year, though,
all right. Well, Trinity slowed it down on that replay there, but you could see how you got it and then put it home. And what was the feeling at the moment after that goal? What must have that been like for you to score that goal in that fashion?
I honestly didn't know what to think. It was a crazy moment. I didn't know how to celebrate. I was just like, wow, did I really just score to give us a lead in the conference championship? I could see all the emotions from my teammates when we got all to the corner. It was a great moment, and honestly, the momentum was changed and we all had momentum and confidence to go forward, and we put 2 more on them, and and that was pretty much game then.
We're going to look at Nicolas Medina's goal, the second goal of the match. And I always crack up when I watch Nicolas Medina celebrate this goal because he falls down. So
I don't know what he was doing.
Here's Nicolas Medina's goal, and then watch him as he runs toward the TLU bench and gets tripped up. So here it goes.
This year, they're looking to go 2 steps further and win the whole thing. Here's Nicolas Medina on the dribble. Gets the left foot shot away into the back of the net. Cool deflection.
And we'll stop it with Luis there. We'll go back to Nicolas's goal. Nicolas had a great tournament as well, you know, scoring in each of the matches. What was going on in that? What could you see from Nicolas's goal right here? It looks like Luis plays in the ball. That you or Luis?
I think that's JL.
JL, okay. So he's playing the ball to the left side. And then Nick, and the commentator mentions it, there is a deflection. Puts it on frame, and then the defender gets in the way of the keeper. But that's why you put it. That's why you make the shot, isn't it? That's why you
Exactly.
deliver. What did you see on that particular shot and goal by Nicolas?
It was a great play by the whole team. We moved it from one side to the other, and it gave Nick a perfect chance for a one-on-one situation, and he finished it, and it gave us another boost. And you could just see what all this meant to us, goal after goal, and how our emotions got higher and the confidence rose, and it just led us to become champions. And his celebration is so funny. It's so funny.
So that's with 30 minutes to go, roughly 30 minutes and 10 seconds. TLU takes a 2-0 lead on Colorado College, 30 minutes to a conference championship. So then you come to your leading scorer, Luis Green, gets free down the right side. And that's you. That's you running with him, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's you. He didn't give you the ball there.
No, I mean, Luis is a great scorer, and I knew he was going to finish that. I know he wanted a goal in the final, and I'm so glad he got that. He's a great player, great teammate. He's just a stud, and I'm glad he got that goal. I knew if he got his chance on a one-on-one, he was not going to miss. So I'm glad he got that. Luis
is really the complete package. In terms of a student athlete, an academic All-American, a 2-time playing All-American. He's even on the TLU investment team that won a big award this past spring. So yeah, it's been amazing to follow his career, and he's got 2 more years left. Are you a little jealous you don't get to play 2 more years with him?
I am. I wish he would have been there my freshman year as well, but it is what it is. I hope he can break his record again for goals. That'd be awesome.
He's got a really good shot at breaking the all-time career record at TLU held by Roger Gomez if he continues at this rate. So let's take a look again here at the Luis Green goal, and then we'll let the celebration kind of play out. Now there was still 13 minutes to go there, but a 3-0 lead, pretty insurmountable. But then Colorado College does get a goal. So with it 3-1, what was it like in those final minutes? So did you still have a lot of confidence with a 3-1 lead?
We just knew that we had to finish it out. We had to finish strong. I mean, I'm the one that gave up the PK for the goal, but yeah, we just knew we had to finish strong, and we had the will, we had the strength, we had the confidence to just go forward. And we knew once we got that third goal that we were going to be set, like that. We knew we had it, but we just needed to finish. And then the celebrations, they explained themselves, what it meant to us.
A lot of those guys who we'd mentioned earlier, Colin Nunley, what we didn't mention, but we mentioned by their class, Colin Nunley, Nathan Drouillard. There was a lot of TLU Bulldog recent alumni, soccer alumni there at that match. And particularly when Luis scored the goal and when you guys celebrated when the clock hit 0, you know, they were all right there celebrating with you. It must have been a lot of fun to celebrate with those guys that you had started your career with.
Yes, it's like they were on the field as well. This meant just as much to us as it meant for them. They loved watching us play, and their emotions on the sideline energized us. It was great to see them all celebrating and had that energy. It honestly helped us a lot.
So let's take a look at that celebration.
For the 2019 SCAC champions.
That's the moment I like the best. Right on the sideline where you're all jumping up and celebrating.
Yeah, that was great. Just all the fans we had. Never had that many fans at our games before, and then that was amazing.
Pretty nice to win it on Trinity's home field too, I imagine.
Oh, that was the best thing. That made it 10 times better.
All right, we're going to stop the share here and go back to just Cameron, the view here. So Cameron, you win the conference title. You go into the NCAA tournament. We end up eventually losing to Claremont Mudsquids in the first round, a very tough CMS squad. What was that experience playing in the tournament like for you guys?
It was something that I've always dreamed of, to be playing in a national tournament. And even though we lost, that was a great team, but just the experience to say we actually got to do that is something that a lot of people can't say. So that was a great feeling, and to just see all the fans that showed up to support us, it was amazing. I mean, it was a great season, and I wouldn't change anything for it. I'm just grateful that I got to be a part of this team.
What is next for you, Cameron? You graduated. I told Jose yesterday that when I graduated, I always hated that question. What are you going to do? I'm sure you probably get that question a lot, and so I'm going to ask it. What are you doing now?
Right now, I'm living in San Antonio. I have a temporary job at Amazon until I find a full-time job. So that's what I've been doing for the last month or so.
And how's that going? What's it like being out in the real world?
It's different. It's definitely different. I'm glad I'm not doing school right now, but I am planning on getting my master's at UTSA for a year. But the real world, it's no joke. I mean, it is tough right now, especially not having a full-time job. So I'm glad I have this temporary one to bring in some money, but yeah.
Now you're living with Lalo Lopez Rivera, another decorated TLU men's soccer player who just graduated. How's Lalo doing, and what's it like living in San Antonio with Lalo and just basically being adults for the first time? Huh?
It's great. I like it. I like living with Lalo. He's a great friend, great person, and he's actually working at Amazon as well. So we get to see each other at work as well. So it's great. And I love San Antonio. So I'm from Houston, but I like San Antonio a lot. We're living in a good part, a lot of things to do. So it's great.
Well, Cameron, we can't thank you enough for all you've done for Texas Lutheran and for TLU men's soccer. It's been a joy to watch you and your teammates over the 4 years, and particularly your senior class. And the things that you guys accomplished will always be remembered. And so we thank you for everything you've done, and thank you for your time today.
Thank you. I appreciate everything that TLU has done. Eddie, Walt, Jimmy, Brian, you, everything that the school has done. It's honestly, I'm glad I chose Texas Lutheran. I loved it there, and I couldn't imagine something better. So I want to thank everybody that helped me along the way.